What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. Happy New Year and happy Hump Day. It's going to be a great year and maybe even a great stream tonight. But I'll tell you one thing that is great. It is these guys right here. 2025. I'm wondering how many of these people I will activate with this year. I bet you I'm going to try to make it as many as I possibly can. Also, big shout out to these guys right here. Even though everybody's still scared to be a rover, what I don't know what's so scary. Roving can earn you poker cards. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit. And the ever changing board. This is the end of last quarter. The only change would be Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Foxtrot Bravo moved up 2 spots. And that is the end of this board. So this board right here, these 10 people will be in the drawing this week for a prize, which I have not even determined what it's going to be yet. But Kilo 4 Vimy Indy and Grandpa Terry gets two spots in that drawing because they're in the top 2 spots. Just like the first quarter will be at the end of the first quarter. And here's the first quarter board. Kilo 8 Golf Quebec off to an early lead. Got a 3-way tie for second between the Hand of the King Eastern Standard Time and James Jenner. Then everybody else underneath that 5 through 10 is tied. So we got to get rid of those ties before Sunday. So let's get rid of those guys. Dan, Happy New Year. Take it over, man.
Happy New Year. Oh, did you hear the rumor?
The rumor?
I'm in the PZN Challenge.
I heard you're in the PZN Challenge.
Did I win yet?
I heard there's about probably 300 people in the PZN Challenge right now.
Whiskey 1, Whiskey Charlie was first. Hello. FT8, PSK 31, and Hellscriber. Oh, my. Yes, we had a fun day today. Well, James had a fun day today. Kilo 9, Alpha, Echo Kent. Hello. Andy Callie. Good to see you, brother. Georgia Parks and Propagation. Ron Chris, Alpha, Echo 4. X-Ray Oscar, Sidewalk Sherry, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta, Liz and Fam, Whiskey 8 Echo Romeo, Mike Roberge. I'm going to say his call sign just like I heard him on the radio today because he was QRO. Kilo Echo 8 Papa Tango X-Ray. He was loudest I've ever heard him. Sounding good. Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time. Michael, what's up, buddy? Larry Bingham. Hello, John Carr, KNIV. Welcome. Scrolling on down. Kilo 4 Lima, India. Hello, Josh. Brent, November 4, Bravo Delta Whiskey. Toby, Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta. Ronnie, Kilo Oscar 4,
Zulu.
Romeo X-Ray. Good to see you on this fine New Year's Day. Kelly Rose, KI4 JAV, KO4 FSZ Antennas. Robert Cumberly, KO4 ZIK. Bob, good to see you. Brian got me on my activation today. Victor Echo 3 X-Ray November Sierra Stroke Trifle Butter. Mike 88 KB. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar. Happy New Year to you. Scott NTT KT. Happy New Year. Lou Hiking and Hammond. Happy New Year, buddy. Kilo 8 Golf Quebec. Happy New Year. Martini. That's the Jumbo Marshmallow. Happy New Year. Frequency Frontiers KY4 GM 4-wheeling Redneck. Alpha Delta 9 and Whiskey Mike Dennis. Happy New Year. Keep on. Chris Harris. Hello. Whiskey 8 Oscar X-Ray. And Ronnie with the super chat. Thanks so much. Whiskey 1 Radio Charlie. Papa. Mickey Mouse is in the house. Hey, that rhymed. Mickey Mouse is in the house. The more you learn in 2025. Man, happy New Year's Day to everyone.
Absolutely. And yes, Ronnie, thank you very much for that super chat. And just off the top of my head, I know that super chat already moves you up to second place, pending what everybody else donates in between now and Sunday.
That's right.
But Happy New Year. Man, I see a lot of comments in there. 4-wheeling Redneck. James, good work. Good to work you on hell. You're my first contact on that mode. I'm glad to be your first contact in hell. That's been a goal of mine for a while. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. I did not get to the big kickoff like I wanted to because my alarm setter fell asleep on the couch and it didn't get set, so I got up a little later than I want to. But here we go. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat. And that dog don't leave the porch hunt. He it was funny because I threw my call sign out, and before he could even say it, somebody said, "That dog don't leave the porch in the pile."
That's excellent.
Oh, thank you for the super chat, Chris.
Robbie got 383 QSOs at his activation. I was scrolling Facebook, Robbie, and everybody was complaining on how bad 20 meters was, but we left with a little bit short of 200, and you got a good amount too. It was acting pretty good for us. It was up and down, but it was okay.
Yeah, and and that's why Terry says propagation is a funny bird, because my first activation today, I did CW and Hellscriber. No, I did CW and PSK 31. That's right. I'm making PSK 31 great again. I am not going to make Hell great again because I think people would get offended if I did that. But I am going to do some Hellscriber this year. But I did CW on 40 and it worked great. I went to 20 and couldn't hear a soul.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just weird. That's right. I wanted to congratulate him. I meant to do this before he even said it, but somebody in our goal stream said they were going to learn CW this year, and I happen to know that I worked Kilo Oscar for Zulu India Kilo in CW today.
Very nice.
So, or at least somebody sent his call and answered it. Hey, thank you very much, Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie. Thanks for ringing in the new year with me and got me mobile to stay in the PZN challenge. I don't know how many of y'all are doing the PZN challenge or what, but if there's somebody that had planned on it and has already fell out on day one, and you're in the chat, let me know. Let me know who already fell out on day one.
I posed a question.
Go ahead, Dan.
I said I posed a question earlier today in a private chat that I wonder what they would do if I did the PZN challenge every day, but on December 31st, I purposely did not hunt you, just to be a boss.
Well, I'll tell you what. Somebody did fall out today, and they purposely didn't hunt me, but they hunted me. What kind of crap is that? Right. So, my last call in my late shift last night was. Let me think. I'm pretty sure it's Whiskey 4 GSM for Great Smoky Mountains, and I recognized that club call and I recognized that voice. And I kept telling the guy that I needed him to identify with his call sign, and he would not do it because Kilo 4 Lima India, November 4, Great Smoky Mountain. Thank you, Josh. Kilo 4 Lima India would not even say his call. He wanted to hunt me so bad. He used the club call, but he would not identify with his call.
That's hilarious.
So after 1 year, Josh is my official first buck of the year.
We need a moment. We need
a moment. For still hunting me, Josh. I appreciate it.
We need a moment of reflection for this, Kelly. KI4JAV. Congratulations. Didn't use a paper log today. You used the laptop.
Yay.
Love it. Did you find it? Did you find it easier during the activation? And also, did you find it easier or harder after the activation?
Well, I can tell you it's going to be easier after the activation.
Yeah.
For sure. But, we've been talking about the PZN challenge for this year, but I do want to give a shout out to the 5 people who did finish it last year. 2 years running at 5 people. Guys, we got to beat 5 people. But Kilo 4 Lima India, Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Foxtrot Bravo, and November 4 Charlie Whiskey Bravo. And that one guy who did it 2 years straight, Kilo 8 Golf Quebec. I think Terry probably did it twice last year because I think he worked me twice on every mode.
Kilo who?
Yeah, the Kilo station?
No. Yeah, the Kilo 8 again.
But big shout out to them. And you know what? They also get a drawing this week as well, for a prize, because the PCN people get a drawing every quarter too. So one of those 5 people, I like those chances. 5 people in that drawing. You got a 1 in 5 chance there. So yeah, Kilo 8 Golf Quebec, the third operator.
Oh, man, that was so funny. Gramp Daddy Terry, that's right.
Terry pulled a little shenanigans the other day. Dan and Miss Juliet Mike was working a bit a pile. Somebody had a big pile up. It was a big one, and they got through. And Dan said, "Hold for my second operator," and Jamie worked him. And when they got done, Terry said, "Third operator."
It was hilarious.
Good stuff.
It was great.
We got a good crew here. People like to joke. Unfortunately, I think on New Year's Eve there was 5 people for sure. The PZN people and Whiskey 8 Echo Romeo, who also finished the PZN challenge last year with exception of Sundays. Liz actually hunted me every day but Sundays, and this year I think she's going to pull it off. I think she's going to pull it off the whole thing, because I'm going to do a late shift every Saturday night.
I think it'll be more than just her too.
Oh, I think it will be too.
Oh yeah.
But
hey, Happy New Year, Andy Callie.
But yeah, Dan decided that he was going to, on New Year's Eve, he decided he was going to spot Kilo Echo 8 Papa's O November in 1810. And I think some people may have went to the radio real quick.
I purposely did it. All right, so Brian, Whiskey 1 and Whiskey Charlie was spotted, and I purposely spotted you on the same frequency. That way, if anybody would go over there and call, he would get some extra callers. Josh said he about broke a hip trying to get to the radio.
But I'll tell you what, here's the surprising thing. So if we remember the other night, I asked a trivia question, and only one person knew it. A lot of people did not know it, and I had given that answer on all kinds of streams. But some people just don't pay me attention. But I know for sure, for like the last 2 months, I told everybody that on New Year's Eve, I was spotting my activation on Hellscriber, because I was going to make people work for it.
I remember
so not only did you pull the fast one on them, but they think I pulled a fast one on them by spotting on Hellscriber the next morning. And I know what they were thinking. They're like, I ain't even going to worry about it, because when he gets done, he's going to switch over to Sidebanner CW. Well, I didn't. I worked my Hellscriber activation, and I went QRT after that. So I made them think about it. But it was funny because people in the chat's like, well, if you would have let us know in advance, we'd have put something on our computer. I was like, I said it for 2 months.
Right. Oh, that is funny. But no, we had a good day. We got both of our I got the hunter and the activator for the new year. So yeah, we had a really good day.
PP man, he messaging me like, what mode is hell?
He said, and I quote, he sent me a text message after his activation. He said, this is too easy. 96 watts is way too easy. There's no challenge in it whatsoever. Like shooting fish in a barrel. Like going on a guided deer hunt or something.
Well, I'll tell you what. The day before New Year's Eve, I think it was, he could have went out with it 96 watts and he wouldn't have thought it was so easy.
That's right. That's right.
Because it was horrible that day. I actually called Terry and I said, I think this is the second worst day I've ever activated.
Kelly, the bands were really up and down today on 20. Like somebody would be coming in perfect and then they fade off to nothing, and then a little while later they come back. So I did. We didn't do much. We did 40, 20, and 10, and 15, and then I did CW on 40 and 30. I was going to do CW on 20, but my brain just wasn't quite feeling it. And Robbie said that he had one hellacious of a 20-meter pileup. When my brain really wasn't feeling that today, so I never did spot on 20 CW.
Okay, so for all of those who you got PP Man today, congratulations, because you're not going to get him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that was your one contact. Welcome to the PP Man Challenge. Yeah, 20 was running really short today. It was weird. I was hearing people like in Alabama 5'9". It was crazy. He got 118 on CW. That is awesome.
Is there a PZN challenge coin? Currently, no. Is there going to be one for this year and last year? Yes. Last year, I didn't even think about doing a coin. It wasn't even in my thoughts. But we did say we were going to do it this year, and I'm going to create it. One for last year and one for this year. They'll be the same coin, just different colors. So Terry will have 2 coins.
You can just do the same coin, just put a different year on it. You can
It
do the
was
same
funny
color.
because when Terry hunted me the last day of the year, I told him I said congratulations, only 365 days left. Because that's what it is for Terry. Well, 364 now, Terry. You're down to 364. Hey, congratulations to everybody who got me. You're down to 364 days.
There you
Piece
go.
of cake now.
Oh, also, and Terry, congratulations on the baby.
That's right. Congratulations on the Terry hunted me and had a baby this year. He had a successful year in 2024.
Sure did.
So, yes, there will be a PZN challenge coin.
No map, no nap for Michael. That's right.
You know that's funny. That's funny because I was sure that on the first of the year, Michael was going to fall out, and when he hunted me last night, that is exactly what I said. I said, "You just gave up your nap for the year. Now you're in it, Mike."
Before we answer this one, I think you should do the PZN challenge coin. Don't change colors per year. Just have a part of the coin printed on there that shows you what year it is, because it's going to be hard to look back 5 years from now and say the yellow one was for 2024. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess we could do something like that.
Yeah. Just put the year on the coin. That'll be better. You can have them all the same color. But Mike wants to know, how many types of coins have there been?
Okay, that's going to be hard for me to even think of.
So
So
here's just a regular one.
there is the original. Well, that is the 1K coin right there.
So that's for a kilo. 1,000 contacts.
Mm-hmm.
The newest, well, not the newest one, because the newest one right now would be last year's PZN challenge. But there's your Canadian challenge coin.
Yeah.
And I want to say that's all I have. He's searching, fumbling and rumbling.
There's a 5K coin.
Very nice. Gold.
There's also a West coin for the people who got me going out west. You don't have that coin, Dan?
I do not. Terry, you're fired.
Were you not supposed to have that coin?
I got you. I think I got you. I know I got you every state. Almost got you every part.
Terry might be fired.
I know.
So there's the West coin. There's the PZN 1K, 5K. There's the Canadian Challenge coin, and the PZN coin would be the last one. The PZN Challenge coin.
He said, "Oh yeah, and I got a sticker in the mail while it was gone. It was some dude on a bicycle." Yeah.
That's right.
Bicycle room.
The newest sticker. As I looked down, I seen if I had the shirt on. I had it on yesterday. I did on yesterday when I released a video, and hopefully you guys have all checked out that video because you only have till the end of January to sign up for the PZN Poker Challenge.
That's right.
And that will be a poker tournament where you have to earn your cards. And that video tells you how to earn your cards. A lot of people earned cards today and haven't even signed up. Matter of fact, I've only got, let's see here, how many I've got signed up.
N4TRD, welcome.
Do what?
I said N4TRD, welcome, welcome.
Let's see here. Signed up so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 names have signed up for the poker tournament. Only 8 names.
I'm the dealer.
Mike says, I need a 5K. Yeah, you do need a 5K. So one way to do that would be to do the PZN challenge this year, and that'll help you tremendously, Mike. But yeah, if you want to sign up for the poker challenge, you must looky there. Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta says, I'm in the poker challenge. Somebody watched the video and paid attention. You must email hamradioadventureguy@gmail.com and put poker in the comment. If you do not put poker in that in that little message part, I'm not going to pay no attention to it.
In the subject.
Yeah, the subject.
Yeah, okay. So put poker in the subject.
You don't even have to put nothing in the whole thing. If you just send me in the subject says poker, I know you're in.
Well, you might want to put your call sign. Just so we know.
Brent. Yeah, it probably would be good to sit and put your call sign, I would say, because some of y'all may not know your names, but I probably know most of y'all's names even. Right. Brent says he don't know poker. He should do Go Fish.
Go Fish.
and you know, I'm going to throw an idea out and see what you guys think too, because I was thinking about the poker challenge today. Robert says email sent. So the tournament I originally said was going to be at the end of the year, but should we start doing elimination rounds at the end of every quarter? Should we do like just say one round. Everybody plays one round at the end of each quarter, and with the kicker of if you lose, you're out. But if you win, you take what cards that person has earned that he did not use for the tournament.
Yeah, Robbie. Email hamradioadventureguy@gmail.com. Put poker in the subject. And,
yes, poker in the subject.
With your call sign.
Yes, and it is on the video that I dropped yesterday. I did drop it late, so if you didn't see it, go check it out. It tells you so far what awards will earn you cards, which I'm not saying there won't be more awards earning, but there are awards earned with me, not through PODI. You don't send me a picture of your PODI awards because I really don't need to see them. And Dan don't know it yet, but he's still got to make me a stat thing for all this.
Hey, Happy New Year, Chris. November Sierra 8, Quebec. Richard, we got you today, man. Good to get you on our activation. Sounded great.
Josh says he'd say no and make them wait. I mean, I don't care how we do it. I was just curious for ideals. And if you,
Josh just wants to make other people feel his pain over the last year. I think this is retribution.
Speaking of this, Josh, are you even going to play PZN poker? I don't have an email from you yet, buddy.
He said he's not going to turn his radio on until March.
That was his thing, though. He hunted me last night under Great Smoky Mountains.
No, he didn't. The club did.
He said, nope, he's not going to do the poker challenge either.
That's funny.
Well, I tell you what, I burnt Dan out one year, burnt Josh out the next. I gotta be careful, man. I'm wiping out a bunch of good hunters.
No, we still hunt, just not necessarily you every day.
Well, that was the ideal of the poker challenge
Yeah.
to make people hunt me even more.
If you do the PZN challenge and the poker challenge, you will have an advantage here. Guaranteed.
Well, I'm sure because you're going to earn rewards. So,
Oh,
for
yeah.
example, in the poker challenge, well, everybody who hunted me today earned a card because if you earned the New Year's award with me, you earned a card. But say an Oasis, which is typically, you hunt or activate 20 times. If you hunt me 20 times, you earn an Oasis with me. An Oasis is one card. If you get a Fox Den with me, that's 40 hunts, that's two cards, and so on. It goes up. And I said this in the video, people's going to say, well, why is that just not an operated operator? Because operated operator with me is different this year. Operated operator with me is you have to get 50 outside of West Virginia. And that gets you, operated operator gets you 3 cards. And I'll do those every 50. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat. And he looks forward to being burnt out next January.
Sherry said, all right, I'm in for the PZN challenge.
Who said that?
Yankee Victor Delta.
Well, I was going to say that the PZN challenge is a rough one. So, but she did say she was going to do the Bailey Sprott challenge. So, you can do the Bailey Sprott challenge just by hunting me every day.
That's true. That is true.
She said poker and the PZN challenge are her goals for 2025.
And possibly CW. Don't leave that out there. That would be cool.
I was trying to be nice and not make her a three-peat. A three-peat.
Yeah, Robbie, having a job. Yeah, all these.
Oh God! Here we go.
It takes
Whiskey
a
One Radio. Charlie
on
Papa's gonna make me pull it out. Here we go. Kilo 8 Golf Quebec did that whole first year having a job.
And he got a lot of exercise doing it too.
Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November did that whole first year having a job.
Now, it really helps if you're considering the PZN challenge. I'm gonna give you some tips from an OG PZN challenge person. Have a good mobile setup and have a way to remote into your radio at your house. If you have those two things, no problem.
My guess is that also outside of Eastern West Virginia. No, if you get me in Eastern West Virginia or Western West Virginia, those will count for operator to operator. So, yeah, the PZN challenge it takes a special kind of person to pull it off. What I don't like about the PZN challenge is it runs good hunters off too. Look here.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, I'll be honest. Dan sucked last year.
Yeah, I didn't hunt very much at all.
He didn't hunt me hardly any, and I don't want to see that out of Josh this year.
Very little.
But now Dan's on the ball this year. Dan's going to do it again this year. He just don't realize it yet.
I don't realize it yet. Oh no, I told you I'm going to do it every day except February. I mean,
you know what?
December 31st.
If you do it every day except December 31st, I will give you a special kind of award. It'll be called the Jack A of the award.
That's right. That's right.
That would be pretty funny.
How come I can't? How come in N3FJP if I highlight a block of records, it won't tell me how many I have highlighted? That's discouraging. I was going to tell you how many times I worked you this year. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot. I mean, it's not nearly as much as I worked you in 22. Excuse me, 23. But it's weird if you highlight a section of call signs, it doesn't tell you how many you have selected. That's kind of odd. But never mind that.
I don't know
That's
why.
right.
I don't know. I've never tried to do that, I think. Will there be a stats page? Are you talking about for the poker challenge?
No, it doesn't say at the top of the bottom whiskey one, whiskey chart. I mean, oh no, it tells me how many I have listed. Like if I do a filter, but if you like select, like if I click this one and then shift click down a little bit, it doesn't tell me how many of those I have selected.
So Brent don't know where Western West Virginia and Eastern Missouri, Western West Virginia ends and Eastern Missouri. Well, I can tell you where it starts. It's Eastern Missouri starts at the line of Missouri because they ain't getting none of West Virginia, Brent. uh, Ronnie will be the first one to tell you he's not gonna battle with the king. You're already doing the Bailey as well.
That's right. You know, I can probably look on POTA and just let you know how many times I've hunted you.
Liz,
That would be more
Liz,
accurate than mine. Yeah.
Liz says she's in the Dan challenge too.
That's right.
And supposedly the Dan challenge is everybody who hunts Dan every day he activates, as long as I hunt Dan that day too, they win a prize. But if I don't hunt Dan that day, everybody loses.
That's right. That's right.
And if I hunt him every day,
Everybody wins.
I get a train ticket.
That's right.
He don't realize that I get to pick that train ticket, but here's the thing: it's every day Dan activates, so that challenge is going to be a whole lot easier than the PZM challenge.
That's right. It should be. Let's see. That's
Maybe,
all right.
maybe. You know what? I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be because if you go 2 weeks without activating, people ain't paying attention,
You're right.
and you just slip one in. They know that I'm going to be out there every single day, and this is the part that never fathoms me about the PZN challenge people why they worry so much. Because guess what? If I haven't spotted and it's 5 o'clock in the day, you know I'm going to spot sometime between 5 and 7 or 5 and 8, depending on when the late shift is, because
Right.
I have to activate every day. I'm in the Bailey Sprott Challenge. Actually, I would have dropped out of the Bailey Sprott Challenge this year if I didn't run the PZN Challenge, because I would have just said there was a couple of days I would have just said, I've done this over 3 years. I'm done with it. So really, I do the everyday thing for the PZN people now.
I did slack off in 2023. I only hunted you 421 times.
How much?
421 in 2023, which is not many.
No, considering you probably did more than that in a 7-day period at one point.
Yeah. I'm looking at excuse me, in 2024, I hunted you 421 times. I'm looking at 2023 now, so wait a second. In 2023, chunking, I hunted you 2,247 times. A little bit of difference.
Yeah, not even a fourth of what you hunted the year before.
Yep.
See, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah. It's called relaxation, feng shui. Cherry's ready to do the Bailey Sprott. Challenge yourself this year. That's right.
She did get up first thing and go straight to the radio and start hunting.
Yes, Brian, you are in the Dan Challenge.
Dan Challenge.
That's correct. See you, Robbie. Have a good night.
It's funny. Everybody will talk highly about the PZN challenge until after month 3, and then that's when they start dropping like firecrackers.
It's like we've said before, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, I mean, if people like in 2023, I mean, that was my big year.
so,
So in
so I'm going to
2023,
answer.
people came out of the. Go ahead.
I'm going to answer this question really quick before you finish. How is he still the hand of the king with those stats? Those stats have nothing to do with hand of the king.
I mean, I don't. 421 hunts in a year is still that's for a normal Joe. That's not shabby.
Yeah, if you were hunting a normal Joe, that wouldn't be shabby.
But no, it's a like 2023 was my big year, and there were a lot of hunters that came out of the gate running 100 miles an hour. I mean, fast.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I'm like, y'all go right ahead. If you go ahead, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. Y'all gonna burn yourself out by April, and I'm just gonna ease on by you.
You know what? You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for those new young bloods that are out there that just wanting to crush it. You know, that was what this last year was supposed to be like. Somebody was supposed to step up and make me want to do it again this year, even though me not doing it made me want to do it again this year. But I'm looking for that. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for somebody. Somebody's gonna get a new title this year, and I'm looking for somebody to challenge Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie for it, because right now he's in the lead of getting that new title this year. He's been out there killing it. He's that new blood hunter and that new blood activator. So, you know, I'm looking, because here was the thing. A lot of people this year is like, man, you don't go out and activate all night like you used to, and this, that, and the other. You know why? Because you don't hunt like you used to. You go to bed at 10 o'clock at night.
That's true.
I don't like to go out and activate at 11 o'clock for 4 of y'all and have to do 3 bands to get activated. Back in 2023, 3:30 in the morning, I could do Discord only and be activated in under 2 minutes easy.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like that right there. You got to get that this new breed has to first off, this new breed of activator hunter, get away from the POTA Facebook page. It's garbage. Don't even listen to nobody on there because they're retarded. Go into Discord and learn about what POTA is really supposed to be about.
It's never been one of my yearly goals, but since January 2023, one of my yearly goals, and I've never stated it because it's not really a goal. If I don't do it, I don't consider it a failed goal, but it's something that I've done. I did it in 2023 and I did it again last year, because I keep track on a piece of paper or in a spreadsheet or something of the states I work. Now I already have worked all states, but I like to do that again every year. So in 2025, I'm going to work all states again. So, and now that I'm getting more and more in CW, last year I did worked all states again in sideband and CW, and I'm gonna try it again in 2025. So it's just something that I do every year. So.
I encourage everybody to have goals. I mean, you know, they claim that POTA is not a competition, but that's for the weak people. POTA is a competition, because if you're not competing with yourself, you're not doing yourself justice. Everybody should have goals to actually beat you. You ain't got to worry about beating Dan. You ain't got to worry about beating me. Worry about beating yourself. You know, beat what you did last year.
Yep. All being about whatever goals you want to set for yourself there. One of your goals for 2025 is don't look at the POTA Facebook.
Well, you know, I wouldn't look at it at all It's just every now and then somebody puts a question so dumb that I know Dan's going to comment on, and I know I can get a laugh from his comment. That's the only reason I'm still on there, is just to get those laughs from Dan commenting when he sees one.
John, I did the same thing, buddy. I took a break in 2024. Yeah.
It's funny because for a normal activator, did I take a break in 2024? No, but for me, I took a big break in 2024.
No, I
And
mean, for a normal activator, you still hit it out of the park. But if you compare your activating style to what you did in 2023, you didn't do crap this year.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
it was a cakewalk here.
Yeah.
And it's just it wasn't as near as fun. It wasn't near as fun. I don't know what you guys see in this relaxation thing.
I'll put it to you this way, guys. In 2023, if I did not get James his first activation when I was doing the PCN challenge, I wasn't a bit worried because I knew there was going to be at least 4 more activations that day. Yeah.
I mean, well, here was the thing too. In 2023, I could go out. I did a late shift every night because I didn't have to be out right at late shift. I could go out. If I wanted to go to the movies and watch a movie and then go out and activate at 11:30 at night, I'd still get 75, 100 people at 11:30 at night.
That's true. We got to touch on this just a second. Brent, he's actually, if you take a raw QSO count and don't factor in furs, he's actually first.
No, well, he's talking about in phone contacts, and technically I'm not, because that call in front of me, I'm assuming a club call or something, because I looked at their activations and they activate with different call signs.
Oh, yeah.
So that's technically a club call, is why I'm number
phone.
2 in phone contacts for 2024.
Yeah, I really don't count clubs in that.
I don't think clubs should be put in there at all. Just like total QSOs, there's a bunch of people with there's two different people ahead of me that are like D expeditions.
Yeah.
When you go to a D expedition, you're running 4, 5, 6, 7 people. That's not something that should be in there. There should be a club category that those calls should be in, and that's the only place those people should be.
Speaking of that, when are you going on your D expedition to show them how to run a pilot? You're going to do it, not even have to. No split, just raw dog it.
Where can you find the stats for what? Talking about the stats we're looking at, it would be under top activator, and you click on what year you want to look at.
Yep. Go to POTA and then hit the hamburger menu on the left there.
Then you can choose what you look at. You can look at activations. You can look at unique parks. You can look at total QSOs. You can look at phone. You can look at whatever you want. So it'd be under top activator or top hunter if you're interested in the hunting stats. So.
Roger. Kilo Bravo 3 Country Music Television.
It's a Roger New Year.
Roger New Year. Happy New Year, Roger. See you here in a little over a month.
Yep. Won't be long. We get to hang out with all our friends. I'm looking forward to it. It's it seems like once Orlando hits here, it seems like it's no time and it's Dayton. Then it seems like it's no time and it's Huntsville. But after Huntsville, it seems like forever before a big show. And it's just don't look up James under top hunter.
Yeah, after Huntsville, it's like the wintertime blues.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Which I had a good winter. My Canadian trip made my winter for sure. I had a blast with that stuff. So.
Oh no, yeah. Hopefully you're back on your feet by then, Curtis. Hope everything goes well with your schedule there. Robbie is higher than PZN for 2025 total phone. Well, yeah, it's 2025. They actually haven't updated the stats yet because I just looked. Because as the stats stand right now, I should be in the top 10 for activator QSOs.
Yeah, none of my activations from today. The only activation it's going to be showing me was last night.
Yeah, those are updated daily.
But here's the other thing, Brian. I would love for Robbie to give me a run on Total Phone, but everybody that tries that, they have to remember that it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So
That's right. Sure is.
but this would be the year to do it, because that's being in the top sideband QSOs is not in my interest this year at all. I have other goals I'm working on.
I wonder if you're going to be in the top PSK 31 QSOs.
I'm sure I'll be in the top PSK 31, but unfortunately that stat will show up in data.
Yeah.
And you'll have people that we all don't want to talk about, but leading those for sure. And it's quite funny though, because I seen it in Discord today. People were complaining about certain people that everybody knows cheats and this, that, and the other. And the problem with it is why complain about them if you're not going to do nothing about them? You have to, because POTA's not going to do nothing about them, and I gave up on trying that. You just have to accept that they're a cheater, and then you don't hunt them. But if you're complaining about them and you still hunt them, it don't make you no better. So you want to not hunt these people and be done with it.
A lot of people just don't know too, I think, and they hunt them. They just don't know. Like a certain somebody I didn't know, and have a lot of QSOs with them. But ever since I found out, those QSOs now are basically only on sideband when they get on sideband. And hey, I mean, I work them on sideband all the time.
It depends on which one you're talking about. If you're talking about the automatic guy, yeah, if he's on sideband, he's at his computer.
Yep.
I mean, he's at his radio, so that's fine. But if you're talking about the other one on sideband, it still don't defeat how he's cheating.
Depending on where he is, you're right. Yep. Yep. Sherry says, I can't wait to do all these road trips and see everybody. What a blast it is. Yes, ma'am, it is. Like I said, man, been saying it for years. Half of the fun, 3/4 of the fun in POTA is the people you get to meet, the friendships you get to make. You get to see the people at Hamfest and different meetups that you haven't seen in a while. Hang out with them. Big Hamley. It's a big Hamley.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a busy year. I got Florida February, and then in April we got the Murphy meetup. Then we got May in Dayton. August is Huntsville, but probably between Dayton and Huntsville will probably be Michigan, I would say. And that's just stuff that I know about off the top of my head. Somewhere in between there, I've got to work out a trip to Maine, because I really want to go to Maine this year and knock out the rest of the East Coast for me. So that's hopefully.
That's a good little drive from West by God.
It's a very, very good drive.
I know. It's a good drive from here too. But it's a beautiful drive. If anybody is a southerner, South Georgia, maybe Southern Alabama, Southern Mississippi, where you don't have mountains like we do down here, it's a beautiful drive up into New England, and all the mountain ranges and terrain, different types of terrain you get to drive through. It's a wonderful drive.
All right. So what is the Murphy meetup? It is a Patreon meetup, but that doesn't make you don't have to be a Patreon to show up. But I go down to Murphy. This is the second year straight that I'm going to be going down to Murphy, because I have a big contingency of Patreons there, right there in that one little area. So I go down to actually hang out and activate with them. There were several ham radio people that was not Patreons that show up, so you don't have to be a Patreon. But it's just a good time. I'm normally there for uh about 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
Hey, thank
And
you very much, Josh. Getting
yeah.
himself right back up where he's used to being.
Hey, Josh, can you send another one with the club call?
Yeah,
The
Josh, we're gonna need one of those with the club call. We need the club call to identify with it.
yeah, I
And
want go ahead.
seen another question up here.
Back to the Murphy meetup. I want to say it is April 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds close. The best person to ask that would be Kilo Echo for Eastern Standard Time because he knows all the details for that. I just show up and have a good time. So basically, when Patreons want me to come do a meetup, I do it, but I give them stipulations. And my stipulation with him was I have to
He
do it.
has a
I have to
rider.
do a 20 park rove while we're there, and it has to be 20 unique parks.
The PZN rider. You have a rider. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
But then Larry said he's going to need details of the Michigan trip. So right now, Larry, the person to talk to on that would be Whiskey 8 Echo Romeo Romeo. She's the one that's going to be setting that up. Because I don't know a single detail about that one yet.
Oh, Sherry. She says I was the first one to hug her and say, "Come here, your family," when I took my road trip and we met up in Georgia.
Well, unfortunately, that never happened because you met him in Florida.
That was Florida. That's true. Both
But it
times
was,
were in Florida.
but it
Yeah.
was a great story for you to almost
Yeah.
have right.
We let's see, we met up 2 times in Florida, at least, at parks anyway. Oleno, and we went back in the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely went back in the woods. Was that was that the call that was that the time that
That's the club call. That just hit you with another one.
well, well, thank you for the club call identification there, Josh. Josh is like, yeah, I'll drop money since I ain't got a hunch every day.
Oh, she did activate with us in Georgia. You're right. Jumbo Marshmallow in Jekyll.
But that's not where she met you first.
That's
And you
correct. It
gave her
wasn't
that
where she
hug. You
met
gave
me.
her that hug back in the woods at
Yeah.
in Florida at that.
Because the twofer was closed.
Yep, the
I
two
remember. I don't
frozen that
remember
wild
where
rock
we
mountain
were, but
area.
yeah. Yep.
We did do an activation with Patreons in Jekyll Island, Georgia, which was Dan and Bobby, Whiskey Echo 4 Bravo Echo.
Terry was in the lead for 53 minutes. That's great.
It was fun while it lasted, Terry.
Man, we're looking forward to an exciting year. I just got an email today, matter of fact, that a beam antenna that I ordered is shipping Friday, and it's from Florida, so it's not very far away from me. So I should have it early next week. So everybody hold your ears, and sorry about the front end of your radios.
So, man, how many times me and you activated a lot last year
Yeah,
together, Dan?
a whole lot.
I
We
mean,
activated.
considering you're in very South Georgia and I'm in West Virginia, we activate. I w- I would almost say that I've activated more last year with you than Robbie and Eddie,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and they're not far from you
Both 2023 and 2024, we've activated a lot together. Yeah.
because we did activate that park, which was with Robbie and Eddie and Sherry, and then we activated in Ovino, and then we activated every night of Orlando. Then we activated in Jekyll Island on the way back. Then we activated in Huntsville every evening. So yeah, we did quite a few this year. Kelly says lick that like button, and I'm going to have to agree. I don't know how
That's
many we
right.
got right now, but I'm sure it's not near how many people is watching.
Looking forward to an exciting 2025. And thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your New Year's evening to join us here.
Dennis wants to know if it's a 12 element step hour.
No, no, no. You know, I did play the Powerball, but I did not win it.
Here would be the thing. If I played Powerball, me and Dan would go about this totally different. We'd probably both get step hours, but Dan would put his at his house. I would put mine on a retractable mast that comes out of the back of a van, and I'd be out doing photo parks with 1,500 watts in a step hour.
Actually, I don't think I would get a step IR. They're really good, but you can do better.
No. And Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie wants to know if Dan is coming to Murphy.
You know what I would do? I'll answer that in just a second. But getting back to what I would do if I won the lottery, I would buy me an AM radio station, and I would retune that thing to the upper half of 40 meters, and I'd run my activations AM.
That would be fun.
See if they like me now.
On 7 to 90.
There you go. Am I coming to Murphy? I'm gonna have to see how my schedule lines up. It's either, like, I don't know this far out yet how my schedule is going to line up. So it's either going to be Murphy or Dayton. I can't do both. Has to be one or the other. So it all depends on how my work schedule lines up. So if I can't do Dayton this year because of the work schedule, I will be able to do it the following year. If I can't do Murphy this year because of the work schedule, I will be able to do it the following year. So it's one or the other. I can't, Gray Man, buddy. I need money to support my crack habit.
Murphy's going to be a lot bigger this year than it was last year, and we had a great turnout last year at Murphy. So I look forward to Murphy, but I always look forward to Dayton. Well, I look forward to Caesars Creek.
Yeah.
Dayton, I got to work my Dayton is my hardest working show, and I am absolutely exhausted after Dayton. Orlando, I worked second hardest, but Dayton is a hard working show, and plus it's hot at Dayton.
Yeah. Brent, I'll get some out in the mail to you because I know you asked before, and you just remembered. You just remembered me. I just remembered you said that.
Although Orlando does have the wood fire pizza, which is amazing, you can't top the food choices you have in Dayton.
Yeah,
that cheese on the stick, and those corn dogs, and the pork chop sandwiches. I mean, you just can't beat Dayton's food for sure.
Yeah, but you're right. That stone-fired pizza in Orlando is some good stuff.
But Orlando does have Wingstop.
That's true, and Terry can get wings. If nobody's heard this story before, me, Terry, and Jamie go to Wingstop, and I know he's going to get wings. It's freaking Wingstop. So I said, Terry, what did you get? He goes, wings. Thanks.
Oh, great. Anyway, it is the top of the hour. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do next after Dan tells you what he's going to do.
I am just going to enjoy the first day of 2025 here and look forward to a great year. I do have to work tomorrow and Friday. Unfortunately, we don't get the whole week off. But weekend, I'll probably go back out and activate again. And for those of you who are in the PZN Challenge, either accidentally or not, and you're planning on doing it for the rest of the year, just breathe and take it one day at a time. You'll get it. And to those who finished it last year, big congratulations, because I know what you feel like, and I know the accomplishment that you just brush off your shoulders now. The weight that's on your back is gone. So good job to everybody.
For the 5 people that finished the PZN Challenge, all of y'all send me an email because I have a question for you about something, and the drawing will be this week as well. This wait a minute, it's Wednesday. Yeah, it should be by Sunday. We should have the drawing done. I just got to figure out what the prize is, and the fourth quarter adventure club will be this week as well because we're getting all that good stuff out of the way and getting the new one started. Other than that, tomorrow is a video drop. Everybody probably already knows what it is, but I gotta unfortunately make all the stuff for it. But yeah, video drop tomorrow. I'll be out activating hardcore for the next 364 days,
There
and
you
after
go.
that, we'll see. But you got 364 days of PZN challenge, PZN poker, and a lot of good POTA guys. And I'll tell you what, hook up some FL Digi and do some PSK 31 and some Hellscriber with me at the parks this year, guys. I'm going to try to do at least one of them, if not both of them, every day. I'm not going to say it's going to be an everyday thing because there will be days that I'll be really rushed. And I do have personal goals that's not in my goals that I got to accomplish too. So, other than that, I'm heading over to After Chat, which is a Patreon benefit. If you would like to check out Patreon free for 7 days, go over to Patreon and set up a free trial and message myself or Dan in Discord, and we'll get you set up for After Chat and all the cool benefits. Thanks for the super chats tonight from everybody and even the clubs. And 73, everybody.
See you guys. 7-3.